Welcome to day 7 of the 7 days from being stuck to unstuck challenge. Wow, day 7. Today we are going to look at the big picture of what we've done, and we are going to have a challenge component, and also we're going to be making some choices today. So I just want to start off by asking you, what were some of the big obstacles that you came across while doing the challenge? Well, did you complete the challenge? I assume that you did because you're here. What I'm interested in knowing is, where on the challenge did you get stuck? What made you uncomfortable? These are important questions to ask because you're on that edge. You're pushing yourself on that edge, and this is where the real growth can happen. I'm wondering, what insights did you have and what did you enjoy about the challenge? Did you discover things about yourself that you didn't know possible before you started the challenge? Were you able to liberate yourself from feelings that were keeping you stuck? Did you develop an awareness of yourself like you never have before? So, just as a quick recap of about what we did over the last 7 days, first of all, we looked at fear. Fear comes from a variety of places. So, what now are your biggest fears? Did that change any over the last 7 days? Events. Events often create a fear. Are there events that you would like to have cleared from your life today? Limiting beliefs. Where do limiting beliefs show up in your life? Habits and patterns. Did you discover any habits and patterns that you were not aware of before you started the challenge? Trust. I asked you if you would take a leap of faith with me, and you did. What did you leave behind? What did you gain? Could you continue to take that leap of faith? Stress. Are you more aware of how your stress is killing you? Do you think that your stress is actually so bad that it is causing immature death for you? Would you like to learn tools and techniques to help you manage that stress? I feel like we've gotten to know each other well enough over this last 7 days that I would like to share a more intimate story of my own journey with cellular release hypnotherapy. I came to CRT for weight loss, and like a lot of us, weight is really a surface issue, and I needed to discover what was really going on inside of me. So, as it turns out, I was in a very abusive relationship, and having lived in this relationship for over 16 years, I had developed an inability to love myself, mostly because of the limiting beliefs that I had adopted. I also came to realize that I was eating because I was trying to hide. I was trying to hide physically from my husband, my ex husband, for protection, but I was also hiding emotionally from myself because I was ashamed that I had let myself get into a life threatening relationship, and I was in complete denial about it. Over the course of doing several CRT sessions, in one of them, I remember going back, what was the seed experience of having difficulty in this relationship. And one time, I remember him stabbing me in the heart with a knife, and I died. And another time, I was at a funeral with all these tiny caskets, and these had been my children who had died, and he was there, and he just didn't care. And after realizing these things and having a better awareness of what I was doing, I resolved that in this lifetime, I would not let him kill me again. This karmic hamster wheel had come to a stop. However, then I began to realize that, well, he was killing me in this relationship in this lifetime, but it was because it was a matter of stress. And also, it was driving me insane, and possibly leading to suicide. So I really decided that I had to get out of the marriage. If I had to get out of the marriage to save my life. Without cellular release hypnotherapy, I don't think I ever would have had the courage or the knowledge or the awareness of what was going on and that this is what I had to do. So I took a leap of faith. I had to give up financial security. I had to give up beliefs about the institution of marriage. I gave up my daily habits. I gave up a fear of trusting myself to be able to support myself. All of this I was able to work through with the help of cellular release hypnotherapy and HeartMath. This work literally saved my life. If I hadn't come to this, I don't know what I would be, where I would be today. I think I would either be dead or have been committed. The challenge for day 7 is really in 4 parts. Number 1, keep going. Just because we're at the end of the challenge officially doesn't mean that you should stop this inquiry. So keep asking the questions that we have asked over the last 7 days. Keep exploring these areas and how they affect your life. Number 2, keep journaling. You might want to keep your journal by your bedside or someplace handy so that when you have an aha moment or another realization, you can just write it down. Number 3, keep meditating. I cannot emphasize enough how important a meditation practice is to your well-being. I haven't mentioned this before, but if developing a meditation practice is something that you need help with, I would be honored to help you with this. But that's how important I think it is. Number 4 is that I challenge you to take this a step further, and we should work together. What you discovered and the insights that you gained just in doing the challenge, I know has a lot of merit, and that alone will stand on its own 2 feet. But I also wanted you to know that you have a very strong foundation now, and you have laid the groundwork for being able to jump right into doing cellular release hypnotherapy. CRT is one of the most effective healing techniques that is available on our planet today. Those experiences and the memories and the beliefs that we uncovered during the challenge are held at a cellular level. These often create effects on our lives that we are really unconscious of. But when you can release and clear at a deeper level, by connecting to your subconscious mind, then you clear at this very, very deep level, the deepest level possible. And this is where true shift, life-changing shift, complete shifts, profound shifts can happen. There are very few people certified in cellular release hypnotherapy, and I am very honored to be one of them. I know that a lot of people can be probably apprehensive or a little afraid of hypnotherapy or hypnosis. Like, what is she going to do? Is she going to make me cluck like a duck or walk like a chicken or some other bizarre behavior? And I guarantee you that that's not the case. You are 100% completely in control all of the time. It's kind of like a deep guided meditation where I lower your brainwave states into theta, and you get into that sweet spot between dreaming and being awake. You can wake yourself up. Like I said, you're always in control. And in this state, I'm able to talk directly to your subconscious mind. And then I simply ask you a series of yes and no questions, and you answer using ideomotor skills. So with your fingers, you answer yes and no. And that way, if you don't want to, you don't even have to talk during a session. What I'm really offering you is like a life do-over. And the list of areas where this work can help you is long and very, very, very personal. So I do encourage you to read the written part of the challenge for today. But just to name a few, any traumas or injuries, emotional, physical, or verbal, specific accidents, any places in your life where you feel unbalanced, phobias, grief, anger, difficulty in relationships, difficulties with your career, financial issues, weight issues, habits on weight, patterns of eating, your relationships to food, any past life traumas or patterns that you may or may not be aware of, any health conditions that you have, any surgeries. Surgeries are great things to clear. Any beliefs that you have. all of the things that we talked about in the challenge, fears, limiting beliefs, all of those things that you came up with. So one of the other reasons that I love this work so much is that it does not require the consent of the conscious mind. You do not have to remember or re-experience those events that you want to clear. Who wants to go back and do that, really? Many experience or factors, things that may have happened multiple times, can be cleared all at once. And you'll never get the results out of talk therapy that you can get out of cellular release hypnotherapy, because you don't just get it out, it really goes away. The other thing I like about this work is that it can be done in your personal space. So all sessions are done either over Skype or Zoom. As I bring the challenge to an end, I want to invite you again to just take in a nice deep breath with me. And I want you to take a moment to think of something that you are grateful for. I am grateful for you. Thank you for taking this challenge with me. You know, back on day 5, I asked you, do you trust me? Do you trust yourself? The other thing that I want you to know and trust is that the healing that you are seeking has already begun. Obviously, because you did the challenge with me, the journaling and the meditating, but on an energetic level, the healing that you were seeking began as soon as we connected. I am confident and hopeful that you received the transformation that you were looking for when you began the challenge, but also understand that the true gift comes when you received something beyond what you were looking for. I know that this work is very deep and very personal, and while it may not be for everybody, it is available for everybody. But I also understand that the time has to be right for you. So if you are up for continuing this challenge, and if you would like this life transformation, this life do-over, then, we really need to work together. I want you to know that your heart already knows the answer. So what is your heart telling you? Don't second guess the power of your heart. If your heart is saying yes and that the time is right for you now, click the button, book a discovery call. We'll get on the phone together. We'll just spend some time chatting and getting to know one another. Again, I'll get to know you and your issues, and I will be able to answer all of your personal questions and anything that has come up for you during the challenge. If your heart is telling you that right now is not the time to continue this work together, that's okay. I am here for you. I encourage you to please keep in touch, and as things arise for you over the next several days or weeks, I'm here for you, so please always reach out. The Facebook group will also stay open, so don't forget about that. Working with people, my only real constraint is time. And where I don't always put a lot of emphasis on time, I do, however, live in this time and space reality. So with that, I'm going to end the challenge. And again, just so you know, I am always here for you. So thank you again. I am humbled to have been a part of this with you. If you feel like this is something that would benefit your friends or your family or other people you know, please share this with them. And for now, I will leave you in deepest gratitude.